Turn this Toyota off. How's it going? Welcome to Caged and Confused. I'm Blake Shipman, and I'm pretty much all about everything ATVs. My buddy Hunter, who's got a company called Side by Side USA, has got himself a pretty sweet setup here, as you can tell. He's got his house, he's got a little farm, some chickens, some dogs, burning some trash. Got some buddies over here, looks like a Hellcat for some reason he's working on. Let's go check it out.
They walked up and this guy literally stiff-armed one of the dudes and just went to the restaurant. I was like, oh, this is not gonna be good.
This is how we're starting the show. Hunter's already working. Hunter,
Hatman.
we're here. Tell them who you are.
What's up? I'm Dane from Piedmont. I'm just kidding. I'm Hunter. This is the Laser Ranch. We're here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and this is my shop.
So what do you do here?
I like to work on CanAms. During the pandemic, I switched over. I primarily do laser light shows and special effects, but during this hold on concert, turned the shop into a little CanAm Polaris, which we're not biased around here, but work on these. And
See a lot of CanAms.
see a lot of CanAms, yep. People know that I do know these machines.
That's not a CanAm.
I have two machines myself, and I've learned a lot over the last few years, and a bunch of friends have come to me to teach them that or fix their stuff.
I couldn't think of a better place for something with USA in the name than to be right in the middle of the USA.
Oh, yeah.
So I-35 and then 40. What's your favorite ride spot here?
Having those two different places between the sand and the rocks, it really does kind of, it's hard to pick a favorite, but I will say my favorite is Crossbar. I do like the rock crawling. I like the technical side. I like the late night vibes out at Crossbar. I like the staff out at Crossbar. I like the cheeky shenanigans out at Crossbar. That's my jam, man.
There's
I love it.
kind of no rules when you go to Crossbar. Like, it's anything goes.
No, like I revert back to the freest place and the freest cut. You know, like that place that's it. That's freedom.
He's running a business here, so he pretty much has to get back to work till he takes us on a tour guide ride of his place here. So I'm just gonna watch behind you while you work on customer stuff.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you questions. What are you doing?
So a customer brought me a Ibex clutch kit.
Ibex, yes.
I haven't installed this particular brand. Arms that you can add weight to. Spreadsheet here with some of the other customers that have kind of put the information on. 32-inch tires, 0 to 3,000 altitude with 32-inch tires, and that's the setup that we're looking to do. 2.5, this would be considered 1. So we'll take, man, those magnets are so strong.
So while he's working, let's look around his garage and see what he's got going on in here. When does Steve Harvey come on? Jet ski with some, looks like part of a Can-Am. I'll bet it's part of that one out there. He's got this equipment just hanging out. Till then, he's just working on these machines, kind of just making lemonade, right, Hunter? Just say yes. Perfect. Let's go see what else he got. He's doing some kind of wiring on this Hellcat, and if I am remembering right, this is a Dodge, right? See, confusing, told you. Yeah, it's black. It's got fake blood on it in case he hits something. He'll never have to clean the blood off, which that's really innovative. And this is a spoiler that Vin Diesel gave him when he, I'm making that up, he didn't give it to him, but it looks like this is Vin Diesel's side by side, which is cool. More of a Paul Walker fan myself, but you know how that ended. Anyway, cool KLX 110. I'm a huge pit bike proponent. I think that every male adult should have a kid's bike to ride around on their property. It should be a slogan, get pitted. Get pitted, dude. So tell me about some of the rides you have. Like, which of these are your personals?
So this is my personal X3. That's a 2020 Can-Am X3 Max. Turbo RR XRC, the whole mouthful. This one has a Evo Desert Storm, big turbo on it. It's doing over 350 to the crank, over 300 to the wheels. This thing's a really fun machine, very dependable. Shout out to Evolution Power Sports. They make incredible products, incredible customer service.
What's with the tires?
So this one is my street and sand. It's actually been to crossbar one time, and I was like, no, 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 no.
I've never heard of anyone really doing this, but you took a CanAm across the US on paved roads or back roads, or what did you do?
We did. So it was this same time last year. We took, it's outside, we'll show it to you guys in a little while, but we took a 2018 CanAm XRS, street legal, tagged and insured, and everything street legal on them. And we started in Phoenix, Arizona. We drove north, took part of the Lincoln Memorial Highway, which is an on and off-road road. And then we took some of the Colorado Adventure Trail. We drove all the way to Mount Rushmore. We went to Sturgis, got up to Wisconsin, and we had to sneak all through Wisconsin because everything in Wisconsin has to be 64 inches. All of their parks have gates that are 64 inches wide, and if you're over that, then you're not gonna make it. And so we literally were sneaking around through Wisconsin in the middle of the night. We'd have to jack our machines up and take all the air out of our tires to squeeze them between these gates and stuff. I got video of it, I'll show you. And crossed the Mississippi River, went into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and that's when I blew my first transmission, was in the UP. We were 6 miles from the Canadian border, where mosquitoes are the size of your hand, everywhere. It was not a good place to break down.
Damn.
And so we blew a transmission, had to drive. We broke a transmission in Michigan, but to get another transmission in Michigan, we had to drive all the way across 3 different states to get back into Michigan because it's so spread out up there. It's a really unique state.
So from start to finish, how many miles and how long did it take you?
31 days, 9,800 miles, 2 transmissions, 3 clutches, 4 ball joints, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Can you show us the machine?
Yeah, it's out here.
So the one on the left or the one on the right?
This is the guy right here. This is CanAm. She's a great girl.
A 4-seater.
Yes, sir. It's a 4-seater XRS 2018. It currently has almost like 18,000 miles on it. Original motor.
What's the highest mileage you've seen on a...
Al Roden, the guy who I rode with, he was just actually here on Saturday. He's doing the same loop right now, my buddy Al, except he's doing it in reverse, and they're going to Niagara Falls. I really wish I could have gone this year, just couldn't do it.
Jeez.
But Al has 42,000 miles on his unit.
And is it still running pretty good?
Oh, yeah, it runs great.
So when you take these across country, do you have to have like a special permit? Is there some sort of...
Each state's different, and so we do our due diligence, but at the same time, this is all a new thing. This is a new movement, the UTV legalization. A lot of people and officers and state legalities, they don't know what to do. So it's really, it depends on you to have your information correct and all of your stuff, DOT tires, turn signals, mirrors, have everything they need, be polite, and if you present it correctly, it's ball's kind of in your court in most of these places. I mean, we've had some officers that have caused problems, but at the end of the day, we still left and were able to finish the trip.
Right. So when you take something like this on like a cross-country ride like that, do you get to dip off and go experience some of the parks in the area?
Oh, yeah. The whole thing was based around going to national parks. We went to 20 national parks. We went to, we've seen Mount Rushmore, the Badlands.
So you've got shots of this in Mount Rushmore behind you?
Yeah, we pulled it right up to the visiting section. There's a trail that goes right down by it. Yeah, absolutely.
That is wild. So the drive from my campground to the gate at North is like just probably a mile and a half, and that's miserable.
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
But honestly, once you get in the mindset of knowing, like, hey, this shit's about to go down.
Can I guess my impression of what this sounded like? Can I give it a shot?
It's a... We're
we're done with the cross-country ride. Are these customers' vehicles that you're supposed to be fixing instead of filming with me right now?
Yep, so, yep. So Oklahoma just passed the state street legalization just, I think, a week ago today, or about a week ago.
Yeah?
And so this was one of my customers. He's got a lake house down at Texoma, and he'd been pulled over multiple times for driving from his house 1.5 miles to his boat. And he got to the point where he didn't even want to use the thing anymore because he can't even drive it down to his boat. The golf carts are allowed, but he wasn't allowed to use that.
Yeah.
And so
You can't jump a house with a golf cart.
No.
I guess you could with a Ranger, but...
You could.
You probably...
No, so we fixed it up, street legalized it, stereo, and it's going in for plates actually next week, and now he can use it at his lake house. So yeah, I like working on the CanAms. I just know the machine, and they are fun to work on.
So I've got a game I want to play with you. If I could guess what's wrong with each of these, will you give me something? Like, can I get a hat or a shirt?
Give you a Gatorade.
This one needs a grill.
No, man, he went with the whole front delete.
So tell me about this RV. Do you use this RV to go on your adventures and UTVing?
So that's Air Force Wolf. Yeah, that's Air Force Wolf. It's
Can we go in it, or should we without masks?
So I let my buddy use this at Ubby Music Festival last weekend, and I haven't been in it since. So
okay.
Don't judge me. Who knows what's in there?
Let's try it out.
Let's see.
So this is not as terrible as I thought it might be. You take it out the crossbar?
Oh yeah,
this is pretty cool.
It's what it was really built for.
And I might
going
sell
out
my
the crossbar
house.
and having fun and not worrying when someone spills a beer or something, you know?
It's not bad back here.
No, it's really not too bad.
I feel like a raccoon could jump out and kill me at any time. I don't want to open any of these things. Yeah.
We can take it on an adventure sometime, you know?
Okay, we'll film it. It'll be episode 2. This is cool, man. I mean, I might need a little update and a TV in the middle, but...
Bro, the bones are good though. It's got a 454, low mileage.
See that Toyota I pulled up in?
Yeah, it's a good looking ride.
Thank you. I know it's nothing like this Hellcat, but I can pull a space shuttle.
So the Iron Spider, that is for a customer named Jason, super cool dude. And he has kids that are 12 and like 9, I believe.
They launched the cart pretty good.
Well, they're really into Marvel stuff. And so they called this the Iron Spider because before it had the gold and the red, it kind of had an Iron Man, Spider-Man vibe.
Yeah.
And so we put Spider-Man on this side and Iron Man on the other side. I helped design this with my buddy Barrett Hepburn, and it's a gold flake skin, so it's thicker than a wrap, but it has the Iron Man or Spider-Man here, Iron Man there, and then they meet in the middle to make it the Iron Spider.
That's pretty rad.
It's a good rig. And this one also has the Evolution Power Sports Desert Storm big turbo. It's pushing, you know, almost 400 horsepower. This thing is wild fast.
So what's your dream machine? Since I've mentioned you have a lot of CanAms, you've got a lot of 4-seater CanAms. You know, what do you like about the 2 versus 4-seater?
Man, I've had a 2-seater. I sold it. I like the 2-seaters. They're fast, and you feel like you're going so fast because they're so bunched up. And they put down, you know, obviously quicker numbers. They just are fast. But I like...
Go ahead.
I just like the way they feel. You can have your friends. Bring my dog with me sometimes. You know, that I do like the way they drive on the rocks, as long as it's not too tight of a trail. Down at Crossbar, the 4-seaters do great. I really do enjoy them.
Yeah. You go to
You
the
have a
dunes?
2-seater, right?
Yeah, I've got a 2-seater 2014 XP 1000 with 5,000 miles on it.
Wow.
5,000 miles.
It always does well. Every time I see you, it's running, so.
It is a good machine. All joking aside, 5,000 miles, and you know, I like to keep things stock, so the original oil from factory's in there still. And so it's... I didn't even spot this here earlier because it's a camo, but what are you doing with this, and why do they have fluorescent green and blue on a camo ride?
Man, you know, that's kind of like a Franken buggy.
Yeah.
It's my T-Rex. It's got the CanAm wheels because they have the same bolt pattern. So I took those off the 2020 and slapped them on there.
That's something useful to tell people. Tell them that. Tell them about the...
Same bolt pattern.
As what?
CanAms and T-Rexes, Kawasaki T-Rex. Both have a 137 or a 137 bolt pattern.
I did not know that. That's pretty cool.
Yep, I'd seen it on the internet. It's always true. So I tried it.
So do you have a place you take these out and ride out here?
Yeah, we got trails back there. We got a pond and it backs up to the river. So depending on how high or low the river is, we go down on the river and ride.
You will take us for a spin?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. All right, so you're gonna take me out for a ride.
On a date.
Okay. Well, is there beer?
Should we grab a beer?
It's private property. You can do whatever you want.
No, I just mean it's Thursday at like noon.
Oh, that's all right. All right, which one are we taking?
I wasn't worried about the property aspect.
The street legal one?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Everybody feeling good? Oh yeah, you know, hey, you're like the only person that's figured that out. It says a lot about you.
Hey, I tell you, I'm a professional rider, not a mechanic.
Yeah.
And I know these people think it's a joke, but these trees come out of nowhere. Don't they?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're on the river! Dude, this is sick. This is so cool. So you just get out and swim.
It's a good spot. Sometimes you gotta be careful on the river though.
Yeah, there's a lot of sand.
And holes.
And quicksand, huh?
I don't have a ton of gas, but we got enough to film for a little while.
So, what part of the river is this?
This is the North Canadian River, I believe. Okay. It would be out to about right here.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the first episode. We can't lose the cameraman to a floating Can-Am. You ever catch any gar?
Yeah, there's a lot of gar.
Alligator gar?
Yep. Yeah. Man, I think if there was a way to be there, but I just don't know how deep it is in the middle there.
Yeah, I get it. You know what's crazier for me? And be honest here, isn't it kind of scarier to go through a hole you don't know the depth of the water than it is to jump a jump at 40 or 50 or 60 miles an hour?
Oh yeah.
This is cool, man. I appreciate you showing us around. This is
no
awesome.
problem. I appreciate it, man.
You take that pitter out here?
Yeah, it's all overgrown. We got trails all over, and I got a couple jumps that we've built up. Skid steered up.
This is cool. I still haven't grabbed the handle, guys. Ah!
So, funny story, you know, rapper Little Baby?
No.
Great, I like you even more. Well, he's a guy.
Okay.
He took this without my permission, jumped it right there, and rolled it end over end right there, and we had to do a frame swap on this machine.
Did you quit being friends? Did you unfriend him?
Yeah.
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 I would have too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been friends with him before.
He's probably one of the top 5 rappers in the world right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he definitely would have been friends with me then. I'm more of a Conway Twitty / Misfits, occasionally Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
Wow. We could have been in the water. We could have been sitting ducks without a paddle.
That's called ripping ass right there.
Dude, this was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter, Side by Side USA, caged and confused. Are you confused?
I'm always confused.
Seriously.
I didn't press record. We have to do that one again.
I wouldn't mind.
You just go get some gas on it real quick.
I wouldn't mind at all.
You head on down to RS, pick up some 93.
Dude, dude, how fun was that?
That was cool, man.